Welcome to episode number 2 of the Real and Refined podcast with Shawnee and Jess.
Hey
Let's
guys.
get it started.
So episode 1, if you guys have listened in, we discussed the ups and downs of cupping season, and now we're gonna kind of segue into some of the results of cupping season, which is cheating.
Dun dun dun.
This is like kind of a tough one.
Yeah, it's
for more
really-
reasons than one. It's touchy.
Yeah, I feel like this subject is always touchy because nobody really wants to talk about it. Nobody really wants to go through it.
No one wants to admit
what they've done.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is very relevant and it has to be discussed.
And so we're gonna discuss it. First things first, how would you define cheating?
Okay, so I think there's like 2 different tiers of cheating. There is a physical and then there's an emotional.
Okay.
Now, if you ask me which one is worse, I would say emotional cheating.
Okay.
But okay. So we all know what the definition of physical cheating is. Like, that's you kicking it, giving yourself to somebody else, like, just physically kind of.
I'm just thinking of people's definitions of cheating that I've heard over the years, and it's always varied.
It is.
But I feel like knowing you, I feel like you have like, you're like,
you
have no tolerance. Like,
not.
You hugged her, you're cheating.
You're cheating.
You're
on
a cheater.
Me. Why are you touching? Like, you shouldn't even be touching someone else. Like, I don't think that you need to shake hands. I don't think that you need to really be that close. But that's just me because I'm territorial over mine. Like,
yeah, you are.
Chill.
Yeah.
Seriously, calm down. Like, you don't need to hug him.
For what?
You know him. Back up. That. Just saying. Just. Keep it to yourself. So yeah, it's for me, my definition of a physical cheat is kind of like, it's unfair, because I just want it all to myself. But I feel like for people who aren't territorial, it would be like sleeping with somebody else, kissing somebody else, like, doing like romantic gestures. Like, why are you pulling her hair behind her ear? Bro, that's cheating.
Honestly, though, that is. Like, why are you concerned about where her hair is placed on her face?
It's like, a caress. It's a caress at that point. That's romantic.
Sir.
Like,
yeah.
I really got in there. I didn't really mean to go that deep with the hair pull back.
Are you having flashbacks?
I think I am. Like, it happened to me. And it's like, whoa, we're together. But emotional cheating as well. Emotional is really, now that one is kind of tough because it's like the conversations, because it kind of reels you in. So that's why I kind of consider like having those phone conversations, those like unnecessary long texting, like, what are you doing? Like, that's kind of that's
where it starts. And then all of a sudden you have an emotional bond and a connection with somebody.
But what do you think that physical and emotional?
I think cheating, just in the general sense, is anything that if I were standing right there, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So that rules pretty much everything out. And I don't think that there's any other definition that's more black and white and accurate than that. Sorry.
Don't even be sorry.
If I'm sitting next to you, you're not, I would hope that you wouldn't feel comfortable enough to like be all hugged up on somebody else, or to be in a deep conversation with somebody else. Like, sir, I'm right here.
Yeah, that long eye contact.
The only one you need.
That's cheating. What?
Right.
Like, why
the
are
undressing with the eyes, like all of that. Like, what are you thinking about?
Because that stare is everything. When I really think about it.
It's like the quick, no.
I be getting got with that stare.
So one time, actually several times, I remember, like, we would be like walking. We would be walking, and like I peep everything. I'm super observant. I see it all before you even see it. And so we're walking, and there's someone that's like attractive, and I'm not afraid to say that. Like, there's attractive people everywhere, but I have self-control. Okay. Some people don't. And we're walking, and I know that he saw her, But what he did, what he thought was smooth, is not smooth at all.
Oh no.
He like did the like
know.
turn around like.
No.
I'm like, what? Nothing's back there. Nothing's back
you
there.
Know what?
Like he's checking for something. Like there's nothing over there.
He turned around
It's
for
not.
real. He turned around for real.
He did the quick turnaround. Like,
oh,
like I see what you did.
oh,
and
Jessica,
you're a cheater.
Jessica, I embarrass niggas. So what are you looking at?
Let's look together.
What's there? No, really, I'd be like, so that's what you're gonna do? I ain't even. I was just. That's what you're gonna do. We can go.
You can go.
Because I don't have time for it. That's in my mind that is total disrespect. Like,
I'm hot.
Because I'm hot too. Because the thing is, if I'm walking in the mall, you know what I mean, and I turn around for somebody that's real good looking, he's going to be pressed. He's gonna be like, what you looking at?
Right.
Why are you looking at him?
But see, me, myself, like, I would be so discreet about it. Like, I would get as good of a look as I can while he's in my frame of view. Yes. And then after that, I have to just let that thing go. Like, let it go.
I don't ever turn around. Like, especially if I'm like, with my dude. Like, I'm not going to turn around. I see him. You know.
You peeped it.
And it's like, if you my man and you know me, you know I see him. But I'm going to be chill. I'm going to look forward. Now, if me and him make eye contact while I'm walking, I'm not going to hold it. Like, I'm going to hold it until we get like a foot apart and then I'm going to turn. And I'm going to act like I never looked at him.
Right. Like it never even happened. Yeah.
Because my thing is, I feel like when that happens, because it happens so often, like I feel like my dude, because everybody I've dated has been taller than me. So I'm like, they see me.
Right. See
and
them.
So I can't give myself away. So I'm just not even going, my head, my shoulders, they're not
swivel.
Like I'm not gonna even put my body language towards the person that may be or may not be attractive. Like I'll never. And men are just like,
yeah.
All your body language goes towards.
And it's like it's almost like they don't even realize they're doing it. It's like innate. It's like within them.
Because men are visual creatures.
They really are.
That. But yeah. I'll embarrass you over it.
I remember one time I heard a definition from a guy and he was like, well, I feel like cheating is just like sex. Like just sex.
Oh, that's it?
And I'm like.
But what led you to that?
Not only
you
that,
I mean?
but like he ruled out like certain like aspects of things. So like he was like, if it's just sex, then that's cheating. But like, if I like got fellatio from someone, that's not cheating. I'm like, so you are in denial with yourself.
You know, that actually just made me mad.
I was upset. And this was like a really good friend of mine. So it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't in a relationship with this person. But I'm like, how could you even say that? Because you know you would be so mad if the roles were reversed. Like, don't even.
We can't even, like, I don't even have to give the example because y'all already know what
you already know what it is.
Like, if anybody, like, if somebody, like, rests their hand on my shoulder for too long, I'm wondering what's going on. Like, what type of connection are we making right now? So you think that you can have a physical connection with somebody, like a, you know, and there's nothing? Like, oh, that's not cheating because I didn't, and we weren't, see, I don't want to say it, so if you're watching, that's what that
whatever that is,
like, because you didn't do that, you think that that's not, it is wow.
I think a lot of people like to cater cheating to what they'd like to justify what they do, if it's something that they're doing. But if it was the other way around, they wouldn't feel the same way.
That's a double standard.
It is.
Like, even, okay, like, I'll say for me, because I consider so many things cheating, and I can't even tell you why I consider them cheating. It's just like, oh, don't do that. But if it's me, because I'm such like an open person to people that I know and like because I don't really like a lot of people. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm always like, I'm a touchy-feely person. Right. I'm like a laugh,
so
you know?
Funny.
You know, I'm like a hitter. And I feel like, for me, I do that so often, and I don't ever consider it like flirtatious. I feel like that's just a part of my personality. But I also think, like, if my man was here, would I be that friendly? Like, but would he consider it like wrong? Like,
you have to think about all of those things.
Yeah.
Cheating. That's why cheating is such a, literally a touchy subject.
Now let's talk about forgiveness of this cheating.
Yeah.
Could you forgive whatever the cheating was, whatever you consider it to be?
I want to say yes because I think I'm a nice person, and I try to see the good and pick apart the good parts of everyone. So I think I would convince myself that I've forgiven you, but in the back of my mind, like, I'm never going to forget. See? And they always say, what's the saying? Like forgive but never forget, or something. Forgive and forget.
Yeah, like forgive and forget is what I heard. But
I think essentially, if you think about it, if you don't forget it, or did you really forgive it? Like, if I don't forget something, like, I'm always going to look at you and be like, you're a cheater.
Yeah, you know? It's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard to erase that from my memory, no matter, like, how much good you do.
I'm never going to erase it. Like, it's always going to be there because now I know. So I have to, like, keep my guard.
Be on guard. Yeah.
That's why I can't. Like, if you cheat on me once, you'll do it again. Like, in my mind, not. Gosh.
So you believe in the once a cheater, always a cheater?
I didn't want to say that. Some people can change, right? Some people can really change. But for me and who I am as a person, like, I just feel like I can't go back to you because I don't know how I'm going to see you in a different light. You know, like, after you, like, because let's say you sleep with somebody else. How is it that I'm going to be able to sleep with you again and not think about you doing that to the next girl? You know what I mean? Or whoever she was. Like, that's going to mess with me mentally, especially if I, like, love you. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, it's like, I just can't do it. Like, maybe, so it's not always once a cheater, always a cheater, because some people do change. But for me, like, I'm just going to have to let you go. Yeah. It's been nice knowing you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. Good luck. Good riddance.
No, not good luck. I don't care.
Oh, so good riddance. Okay.
Because anybody after me is a downgrade. And that's facts.
No printer.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I want to say that it's not once a cheater, always a cheater. Because I've seen situations where men have turned it around, but I think as women, women cheat on men too, and we'll get into that later. Mm-hmm. But no matter what side of the fence you're on, I think you have to pay attention to what they're doing after the cheating occurs. So if they're saying, you know, I really messed up and this is what I'm going to do to fix it, and then you see them actively taking those steps to fix it, then you can kind of navigate and say, okay, maybe it's not once a cheater, always a cheater. But I know, and I've seen situations where they say, I'm really sorry, I messed up, and we're going to make it better. We're going to work on this. But the energy that they're putting forth is like subpar. And you have to really take that into account before you just go and forgive someone for cheating. Because sometimes it's like all talk, no action.
Exactly. And that's I feel like that's how you got to, because there are men out there who will cheat on you, and then they'll say, I will never do it again, but they just kind of fill you up with all these words and these promises, but they don't change internally. And that's the thing. And that's why their actions matter, because let's say they do it and then their eyes are still fixated on other people. They got that wandering eye. Mm-hmm. Y'all gotta watch out for that too, because people with wandering eyes
have wandering bodies.
Just floating out here. They're for everybody, sis. You don't need that. Get it and go. Like,
get it, go. I'm
not talking about nobody. I'm just saying, okay.
Bring it back.
I know, I gotta reel it back in. Go, because so my mind is going to specific people, specific situations, and specific like, I could really put y'all up on game, but at the same time, I don't want to. One person is not everybody, so one action isn't going to be every man's action. So some people, they cheat and then they don't cheat again, but there are other people who cheat and they'll keep cheating and they'll just do it subtly this time. They'll find new ways to trick you. Like, they will find new ways to pull the wool over your eyes and still tell you they love you.
They get really creative.
They just, the way that it is, it's like, if a man isn't ready, he'll tell you all the things like, oh, I will be ready. I do want to be with you. Mm-hmm. I am committed.
Selling those dreams.
But I'm weak in this area.
Yeah.
Be weak on your own time, sir.
But I think that goes back to what we were just saying about how, honestly, I feel like if you are the cheater and you are actually remorseful, you have to be real with yourself about where you're at in life. So if you know, like, if you're a cheater, if you have cheated, it is a problem. And problems need to be fixed and addressed. So if you're not taking the steps to do that, then leave me alone. Like, stop talking to me, trying to convince me that you've changed. Like, at this point, like, after you've cheated, words mean absolutely nothing to me.
Gosh, if only I could just really, like, leave me alone. Like, stop coming back to me. Because, you know, there are men who just, it's like annually, bi-monthly, bi-weekly. I'm back. Right. How you doing? I'm checking on you. Stop checking on me. I'm fine. I've been fine.
But they enjoy that.
No.
It's like it's a thrilling thing for them to go through, to be like, you know, let me just see what I can get away with this time. You know, it's fun.
Girl, and it's
real. At our expense. So I think if you have been cheated on, you really have to be strong. You have to be so strong to not fall into that rabbit hole or that trap of being cheated on again and bamboozled. Because, like, what did George Bush say?
First of all, we're about to quote George Bush. That's what we do. I don't know what he said.
Because he had a hard time quoting the quote. So I feel like I'm having a hard time quoting the quote. It was like,
that was Bill
shame
Clinton.
on you.
Never mind.
Was it Bill Clinton?
Was it? No, that was Monica Lewinsky.
Something, shame on you. Something, shame on me.
You talking about that J. Cole song.
But
hold up, I got it. Wait a minute. Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you. Fool me three times, just F the peace sign. Know that you have to let it rain on you. You're gonna die if you cheat on me.
You're dead.
I don't think that was about cheating, but yes, fool me one time.
I'm applying that to cheating.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. That's shame on me. That's my bad.
Right.
Like, I know you now. Like, I know what you're capable of, and
you still accepted
fell for the okie doke.
Mm-hmm.
Fool me three times.
Forget the peace. Now you're dead.
Something's about to happen because now you played me too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Now
that's actually real. That's how people end up on Snapped, but that's not even
for real. Yeah,
that's way off.
Yeah, let's not, because man, I never want to get there.
Yeah, don't ever get to fooling 3 times.
Somebody's like, you know, untimely. Like, I'm sorry.
I watch too much ID channel. Don't play with me.
I know too much. Those Lifetime movies.
I've seen limbs chopped up and spread in different areas of the desert. Like, I've got ways, and I'm not trying to put that on. I'm not trying to put you through that. So just do me a favor.
Things got bitten off.
Right. Do me a favor. Don't cheat on me.
Whoa.
But anyway, let's not scare these people.
Scaring myself. I'm scaring myself. Like,
do you think that men cheat more than women?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest bit. I think that women cheat more than men because here's the thing. We think more than men do. Like, we think more intricately about things.
We're smarter.
Yes. And men are very, like, kind of surface level, like, because most men, it's like a physical cheating.
Yeah.
Most men. You get an emotional dude, then you got a whole other situation on your hands. You might as well leave him because he just gonna mess you up.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, he from Louisiana.
That's a word. That's a word.
Okay, I don't know what it is in the water that get you got. Leave you lonely.
From the boot, they gonna mess you up.
Okay. Your mind, your body, your life is in shambles at this point. We'd have been through it. So, okay, bringing it back. Woo. So, basically, I feel like women just think more, and that's how they get away more.
With it.
Mm-hmm. They get away with it because men don't recognize it's happening until either she's left you, or until like she pregnant and ain't yours, or
it's just too late at that point.
Yeah, like until it's too late, or like you could be old and there was a movie. I was telling you about this movie where basically the woman was like, he's gonna die thinking that he's the only man, and I want it that way.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
cold-hearted.
What? Wow, like it really happens like that.
But see, okay, I partially agree with you.
I'm listening.
I still think men cheat more than women.
Mm.
I Can't get that out of my mind. Women just cheat better. And I think women also cheat as a result of
men cheating.
Your downfall. Yeah. Like you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. And instead of me being like, oh no, like stop, don't do that to me. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. So I'm going to go do it. I'm going to do it 10 times better. And you're not even going to know.
Like, I'm always saying this and I should stop. But I'd be like, all right, I got something for you. Like, you hold up. You stay right there.
I'll be right back.
I got you. Mm-hmm. And most women, like, they can internalize it, but it turns out to be whatever they want it to be.
Yeah.
Like, and because the thing is, what men don't recognize is, yes, there's a lot of beautiful women out here. Like, yes, there's a lot of options, but please don't sleep, because the options you have, we probably have 2 times
tenfold
more. Because these men are out here, and just like you thirsty, your homeboy thirsty too.
Somebody got a drink.
Okay. And that water. Okay. So I seem to really. So, but what I'm saying is, we turn down a lot of men. Like, we were just
That's
talking.
Right.
We'll be walking down the street and men are just like, let me talk to you. No, I'm good.
I'm straight on this
fine.
whole thing.
I got a man. Can I be your friend? No, I don't need a friend. I'm with my friend now. Like, it's enough. And it's just like, as much as like we turn down men, I don't think that they really take that into consideration before they do what they doing. Like, do you know how many men I turned down just to be with you?
But I think, like, if a man is cheating, or if the other person that you're with is cheating on you, essentially they're selfish. So they're thinking about themselves.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They're so worried about, taking care of their own need, that they don't see what we're turning down and what we're quote unquote missing out on. So
to be devoted to them.
Yeah.
That's what hurts the most. I think that's what it is. Because it's not really like, I mean, yes, it's the act of you doing something, but it's the thought like, what about me? Like, you didn't think about me.
You didn't think about me when you did that.
Trey Songz it, like, dive in. But like, I don't, like, that's the hurtful part. It's like, okay, so, and that's why I don't think cheating is justified, because you always have that split second before something happens that reality sets in. Like, ooh, if I really do this, like Usher said it best. Like, I think it was that song, That's What It's Made For. And he was just like contemplating, like, before he got into it, like, am I really about to do this? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna give her what she asking for. And it's like, sir, when you got a woman at home, you have to recognize that you are about to sacrifice it all. Like,
but that kind of goes back to what you were saying about emotional versus physical cheating.
Yeah.
Normally, there's steps. There are things that happen. There are prerequisites to a cheating situation. So you don't just like walk up to somebody and be like, let's cheat. Let's be unfaithful. Like, there were conversations that were had, there were looks that were exchanged before you got to that point. Like, you had several chances, to make a better choice. And life is all about choices. And if you're making the wrong one, then I feel sorry for you. I feel so sorry. So I don't know. Like, I can't.
Y'all, I
can't do it.
It makes me like physically uncomfortable, like, to even, because if I had a choice, of course, I feel like if we both had a choice, we'd be like, no, we don't want cheating at all.
Right.
But if I really had a choice, like, thinking about it, I would much rather a man physically cheat on me than emotionally cheat on me. Like, all right, Shanice, you got 2 choices. I'm gonna go sleep with her, or I'm gonna just talk to her. Like, I'm gonna kick it with her. I'm not gonna touch her, but I just need somebody to talk to.
This is just like one of those tests that I feel like you have to either fail or pass. Like, if it's like A, cheating, B, not cheating, it's always gonna be B for me. Like,
just don't.
It's really not that hard.
Or just leave me. Like, if you really feel like you need something else, like, go ahead and go. Like, why do you want to stay? Like, why do you want to come back to me after that?
It's back to being selfish.
Yeah.
You're being selfish. If you're a cheater, you're selfish because you want what you have. You want to secure that, but you also want to feed that ego and, like, do I still got it? Like, can I get this from somebody else too?
You still got it because you're still with me. Like, I could have been left you.
True.
Yeah, you got it, sir. Hello.
Over here.
Been here.
So, I mean, would you rather cheat or be cheated on?
Gosh, I feel like this is gonna make me sound stupid.
I feel like we have the same answer. So
I'd rather be cheated on. Like,
why?
My conscience won't let me like live that down.
Right.
Like, it won't let me like, I can't do it to you. Like, I don't want to, because I don't want that karma. And like, if I feel the need, like if I feel like I need to be with somebody else, and we have this conversation, like if you feel like you shouldn't be in your relationship anymore, then it's smarter to just let it go than to look for somebody else, like while you have that person.
That's true.
Because you're gonna be confused. Like you're gonna be like, but I
you're
love
still
them.
gonna have to go back and face
the
problem, which is I really don't want to be with you actually. So why not just figure that out and then move on? Like, what's so hard about? But it's, I guess
people
it is
are
hard.
afraid to be lonely, so they want to like mess up so the other person can leave them sometimes.
Yeah.
And that is selfish. Like, just go. Just like be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Know yourself enough to know, you know what, I'm not gonna be strong enough to resist somebody that I actually may really want, because I don't want the person that I'm with.
Yeah.
Like, but I want to be comfortable where I'm at. Choose. Just like decide.
Yeah.
And
I think in that same sense, I would rather be cheated on too.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, now I have no choice but to leave you. You cheated on me.
Thank you.
The decision is made. It's final, you know? But if I were the cheater, it's like, I think I would be like straddling that line of like, how long can I get away with this? It's like a thrilling situation. And
who's this gonna, that's the thing, who is it gonna turn you into?
Right. I don't want to see that side of me.
No.
That's not who I am naturally. So to put myself in that position is scary to me.
That whole mischievous, sneaky, like it doesn't, like, that doesn't bring you this type of people that you need.
Right.
And it puts you in situations that are like, because think about this. If you're cheating with someone, hopefully they know. And I say hopefully because if they don't know, you got a whole other situation.
A whole other problem.
Like,
I don't know about you. Actually, I do know about you. I know about me too. Like, I get like heart palpitations if I'm like telling white lies. Ooh. I just, I have to try to.
I start sweating.
Right. I sweat. I start like stuttering over my words. Like, I really have to try hard to be just a liar and a cheat.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, what's really funny about me is I talk a lot, but when I'm doing something wrong, I actually don't talk. Like, if you like start asking me questions, like, oh, so where were you? Literally, I'm like, oh, I just went out to the mall. What'd you get? I don't. I went window shopping. And now I'm a liar. Like,
I don't want to be that.
So ultimately, it's like, we're not in the place, like mentally or emotionally, to be that cheater. We don't want you to cheat on us. We actually don't want you to cheat on anybody. Mm-hmm. Like, just be true to yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like if you can take anything out of this, it's just
be real with yourself and with the person that you're with.
And be
point blank.
Yeah, be single. And if you want to, like, you know, play around, tell the person like, hey, like, I'm single and I'm not looking to settle down. And it just makes it easier for everybody.
Exactly.
They can decide. Mm-hmm. I don't want you. All right. So why do you think men cheat?
Oh. Mm-hmm. I love how you said men.
Mm-hmm. Men.
Why do men cheat?
Now boys, but why do men cheat? Oh, this is actually a really good question.
Yeah, I'm really like thinking about a couple of things. I think men naturally have more of an ego than women. And sometimes cheating, I think, has a lot to do with stroking that ego.
True. Just
to know, like, you know what? Hey, I still got it. Like, I got you, and you. And I'm getting away with all of it. That makes me so upset. Like, what is the point? But no, I think sometimes that's like an ego thing for men.
I can see that. Like, I would say the reason why, like, real, like, grown men, and you know what? I'll actually reference. So the other day, Jessica and I went to 18th and Vine with one of our male friends.
Oh, yeah. That was
fun. My sister was with us, actually, and she asked him, like, something about, like, what annoys him about, like, women in a general sense. And something that he said, like, it brings it back to my remembrance now. I think that men, like, grown men who cheat, they do it because they're very tired of a situation, right?
Ooh.
And it's like, if let's say he's a communicator and he's communicated to you like, I told you I don't like it when you're passive aggressive. Like, if you want me to pick up the trash, like, just tell me, but don't be like, do you see that right there? Yeah, do you? Like, you know, like that type of. And so I feel like maybe men cheat because they're tired of their woman, but don't necessarily want to leave her. I know that's like a harsh reality.
Hard, yeah.
Because if y'all just aren't getting along, and then like a woman that you work with comes, like, because it's not even like, because in that case, like, we won't even say that's like an intentional cheating. It's just like a gradual emotional, like, I'm really done with this relationship. I love her, so I don't want to leave her, but God, I'm tired of this, and like, and she ain't changing. And little Susie May at work is just real sweet. She's really, you know.
Right. She's filling that void that he feels like he has within his woman.
Exactly. And then they go out for drinks after work, and then drinks turn into, oh, well, I have a room. Like, we can just drink there. I'm going to have friends there. And ain't no friends there. And then all of a sudden, he done slipped and dipped on accident purpose because he wasn't addressing his situation at home.
Exactly.
So I feel like that could be one of the reasons why men cheat.
That could be a reason. I think also sometimes men, they're lacking something within themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're not, and I find
intelligence.
Let's start there. You're not smart.
You're not kind. He was not important.
No, I think sometimes men like have a hard time addressing like their own personal downfalls. So instead of addressing that, they try to mask it with cheating and just being a thought.
You know what? I was watching a show. I'm using all these references today. And this guy, he was like he just couldn't stop reeling women in and hitting them with the okie doke, like building up this lie, this story. Oh, you're going to meet my family. You're going to do this. Get one, then get another one while he has that one. And he's just piling them on. Like, it's like this, he's feeling something within himself. And I was like, I didn't really think it was real until I saw it on the show. And there were like 3 women who were like, yeah, he said that same thing to me. And I know that he was with you because I heard a girl on the Snapchat. And I was like, wow, like, that was really dumb of you to stay with him. But truthfully, I feel like sometimes they just don't think. Like, sometimes there's not even a reason why men cheat. It's just like,
you're right.
You're here. I'm here. Right now, this is what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do.
They're thinking with one head instead of the other.
Please think with both.
No, don't think with the other one.
I mean,
put it away. That's all I'm saying. Put it away, and we can solve that problem right now.
if you can't control it, you know what I mean? Then just think. You know what I mean? Just like think about it.
Yeah.
Before you even like, oh, she look good. Like, question it, right? Just be like,
that's easier said than done. Because you know what, Shanice? Men are different creatures than women at the end of the day. That's really what it comes down to. And I think a man has to get to a certain point in his life, whenever that occurs, where they're like, if I put myself in XYZ situation, this can happen. So I'm not going to do that to avoid that result. That's all. That's really what it comes down to. And if you're not in a position in your life where you can be cognizant and make that decision, then you just gonna be a dog forever. The end.
Another no, just not a spark. Woof. It's your homeboys. It's your friends. It's your friends.
You're gonna blame the friends?
Oh, I am. I am. You are what you eat. You are who you hang around. Like,
you think so?
Yes.
Because
oh my gosh. It's like they get it in your mind. Like, me and you, we're so similar when we hang out. So we already know, like, even if we see somebody, if we're in relationships and we see a guy or men are coming up to us who are like super attractive, we still know how to say no. We may talk about it in the car like, girl, what I would have done. Woo.
I didn't do it.
But wow.
Yeah.
But there's some men who have friends who just have the dog in them so deep that they're like, I won't tell. You need to go get that.
Yeah, actually, I applaud I applaud men because y'all are really loyal to each other. Like, I've been in situations where the
Makes me
homeboy's
so
like,
mad.
man, he loves you so much. He talks about you all the time.
He
Like,
running game on you.
saw the condoms in the car. Like, you was there that night. Like, why are you trying to gas me up
Why
right
are you
now?
lying to me?
Why are you
For
lying?
him.
You're a liar. Y'all are liars.
Together.
They're dogs in their own little wolf pack, and they're all loyal to each other. But I'm not saying that's all men. That's men that have that mindset.
Yes.
You know?
No, that's so true. These men will be with your they will be with him while he's cheating on you.
And then they'll like, no, and then you're questioning them the next day, like, so where were you at? Like, who's Ashley?
I was at Jody house.
And then, okay, let's
Jody.
call Jody up. Let's call Jody up then. He called Jody. Jody. Where were we at last night? Pause. And he already knows the answer because they rehearsed this. And they try to get us, and then we
they
get
have a
God.
safe word.
They have a safe word.
Where were we?
Last night.
When I say we, that means you and I, because you know
It was just you and I and nobody else.
because that's where she thought I was at. Like I years ago I had a homegirl hit me up like, "Hey Shanice, I'm at your house tonight, or I'm at your apartment tonight," and I was like, "Bet you are
Okay.
You're here." So if anybody asks me, no, she was here. What were y'all doing? Why? Mind your business.
Sleep.
We did girl
See, that's
things.
bad. That's bad, y'all. Don't do that. Just be honest.
Just wow.
Has that ever happened to you? Or I
Like-
guess, have you been cheated on?
Well, okay.
Has it been confirmed?
We were in a relationship. He wasn't my man, but he cheated on me. Like, and it's so hard
Wait,
to say that.
Pause. Can you be cheated on if you're not in a relationship?
I think yes, because here it is, right? If he doesn't say that we're exclusive, like if he doesn't say I'm your boyfriend, but y'all are doing everything in a relationship. I mean, aside from sleeping together, that's me. Like normally I'm just like not about it. So like if we're like kicking it or whatever, and like we're always together and we're doing relationship and all things, yes.
Relationship and all things.
I just if we're doing that and you start doing that with somebody else, you start taking somebody else to the movies, you spending time with another person, you're now cheating on me because you acting single. You're not single. Like you're
but see,
partially
how do you
single.
know that? I feel like
You're not.
like from a woman's perspective, you have to be so explicit with the man. You cannot leave room for any error, for any loopholes, because they will find a way. Like you think you define the relationship, like you need to make sure it's clear, sign the contract on the dotted line, or they will find a way to finesse that situation. They'll be like, well, you didn't say like together. You just said we were just kicking it hard.
Like I
consistently,
thought, I thought we were just cooling.
We were cooling, and it's like, sir, like we're warmed all the way up. We're not cooling anymore. Like we're hot, and ready. And you cheated on me, but then at the same time, you can't, as a woman, you cannot be mad if a man that does not define the relationship cheats on you. Like you want to be mad, but you can't even justify. You cannot.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You cannot.
Because
call
I'm
him
mad.
out. You mad, but you can't justify it.
I'm mad because you knew I'm here. Like
he knew, but that's the thing. That's how men get us, because they know, like they say less and let you do the talking. They'll give you like an inch and you run with that inch and be like, oh, well, he basically
give you hope.
Basically he said that we're together. But he didn't explicitly say like, it's all you, boo. Like you and me till the end, all the way, ride or die. Like he didn't say any of that. He was like, yeah, I really like you and I could see this going XYZ far. Wow. But that's how they get us, and then we get upset. See?
Like that was really like
that happened to me too.
Like we were, I mean, wow. And it was like, but and once the way that I found out is the girl, y'all.
I remember this day.
Y'all.
You were more upset than what we're acting like right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was like sad. And then there was actually a second situation where this happened to me. And I just now thought about it.
Really?
With our friend. It's our friend. Slowly but surely. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Okay, you got it? Okay, so we're all at IHOP. Y'all, this is a group situation. This is how I found out. The girl is sitting next to me. her phone is right next to me. He is sitting behind us at the other table with all the dudes. There's like 6 girls and there's like maybe 4 or 5 guys. And this is like after the club. Her phone lights up and it says his name. I almost said it. And I was like, me who I was, and I didn't drink back then. Everybody else is lit. Yeah. I'm fully sober. So I'm like, okay, open. What does he have to say? Why isn't he just walking over
on
here?
Her phone?
On her phone. Like, maybe he thought this was my phone. I don't know what's happening. So he sent the address to his apartment. And I was like, that's funny. That's really weird because they drove separate cars. So, and I rode with her. And I'm like, I know where I'm going tonight. Why does she need his address? So then he like, ding, ding, texts again. And I was like, oh, this nigga has me bent. Y'all, I have never, like, I literally, like, she was like, Shanice, what's wrong? I must have slapped the hand away. No. So I get up. I said, come outside now.
So like, you're crazy.
Yeah, like
it's in you.
It's in me, and that's why I can't. Like, as soon as I saw that, I already knew where it was going. He's like a man's man. So like, I already knew. Like, if you send in the address and you ain't saying really no words, I know what's up. Like you about.
And this is club after club hours, so it's like, what's really happening?
He about to hand deliver it. Like, he was hot and ready, and I'm like, I'm here. So I'm. Go outside, I address it, and I recognize this is actually who he is. And he tried to finesse me with, she was coming at me, and I didn't know. And I mean, it was really her fault. He tried to finesse me, and I read the text.
That's so funny.
And
that's hilarious.
And that's
so that's, you think that was cheating?
Oh, for sure. And that wasn't my man at the time. Like, we were not together at all.
So then it's not cheating.
But the thing is, it's like he had it in my mind that I was about to be his girlfriend. So he was like, she was coming at me, and I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. You know, he was still waiting on her after. And so that's when I recognized that you never truly know a person's thoughts. And that's why I can't just up and forgive it. I got to walk away because even after you tell me how much you care about me and that you love me, like, you throwing that word out there, but then you still ready and willing for somebody else, like, something.
You have to remove yourself from that situation.
Yeah, it's just in you, and you have to let certain people get it out of their system. Like, you have to let them live. You can't micromanage them after you caught them. Like, okay, well, if I hang out with him more, if I like monitor his texts and check his phone. No,
you can't change it.
Even live in that space where you have to question your man, and that's another reason. Like, if I have to question you, you're just not for me. You're not gonna have an insecure Shanice on your hands. You just won't.
See, but I've been that girl.
Yeah,
I'm not insecure at all, and I found myself feeling like an insecure woman, and I was like, wait, who am I? Like, who is this? Like, I'm cute.
Okay.
And you're making me feel like I'm not, you know? So it's easy to say that you shouldn't be an insecure person in a relationship, but I think I allowed certain things to go on for so long in a certain relationship. And I found myself being that woman, like checking on you. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Who's that? Why are you texting? Why are you Snapchatting? Where are you?
And the thing is, sometimes you have to go through it so you can know that that's not what you're going to do anymore.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that sounds bad.
It sounds like, so bad.
Because being cheated on sucks. But I think that you go through it, you understand it, and then you do better. Like, don't keep allowing the same situation to happen to you, because then it's your fault.
Right.
Like, that's something that I don't think that most women, like, or even men who get cheated on, like, it's your fault after a certain time. Like, you can't keep calling your homegirl like, you did it again. Then why are you still there?
Because me as homegirl, I'm like, look, sis,
you gonna tell me the truth.
I already told you what it is. So either you gonna put up or shut up type thing. Like, you know?
Because I don't want to.
And I know I've been on the other side of that, where it's like, I've sung the same song to my friends, and they're like, he's not gonna change. Like, he's a dog. Like, let him go. And I would still go back.
Get out.
Yeah. And it's not until you get out and you get on the other side of that you realize, like you said, you recognize, I don't need to deal with that ever again. And now that I've been through that, I'm able to see it right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I don't put myself in that situation again, because being cheated on, whether you confirmed it or not, I know women like to confirm that they've been cheated on, like to find the evidence. Facts. You know deep down when things aren't right.
You always feel it. You always feel it before it happens, or like, I hate to say, like, when it's happening, you just know when something's off with the person.
So recognize that, take that for what it is, and remove yourself before you get okey doke. That's essentially what happened.
Truthfully.
And I mean, you haven't been in like an actual relationship where you've been cheated on, but speaking from my experience, like, once you stay, like, it sets the tone for the rest of the relationship, because now it's like, he knows that he can get away with that. Yeah. So there's really nothing else that he can do that's going to make you leave. You know, you have to.
Essentially, yes.
You have to be strong in that situation. So I don't know. I've been cheated on, and it was hard. I mean, you were there. Yeah. All my friends were witnesses to that situation.
I'm still emotional now. Like, I remember the first time we talked about it, I was like eyes welling up, because what a feeling that is to know that your friend has to go through emotional turmoil, because it actually affects you mentally and emotionally. It's not just like one of those things where it's like, man, my man was cheating. You start second guessing yourself, second guessing your relationship, how long it's been going on. And it's just like, when I knew that that's what she was going to go through, like, I went through it. And that's why, I mean, I thank God that I never got cheated on, because I don't know.
You have the heart to. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Yeah, I felt that way a few times. But I'm glad that, I mean, I came out on the other side of it, and really I'm fine now, and I'm grateful that all of my friends, like, still remain my friends, because it
was a long process, guys.
Everyone away. But I think I've learned much more from that situation than if I were to not go through it at all. Yeah. Moral of the story is, just don't be out here wilding, y'all. Like, if you can really help yourselves, like, just don't do that, please.
And if you know, like, if you find yourself like having reasons to cheat, like, oh, well, he ain't or she ain't, then just do yourself a favor and remove yourself. Because why do you want to turn into somebody that ultimately, I mean, I would feel like you don't want to be. Like, why you want to turn into a liar, a manipulator, you know? And I, like, who wants to argue? Who wants to make somebody feel like that? Right. Like, instead of you even putting yourself in that situation, just be done with them. Yeah. And move on. That's my advice.
I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. Now, have any of you guys ever been in a cheating situation? We want to know. We want to hear it. I mean, you don't have to air out your dirty laundry,
don't tell us names or anything. Yeah. We don't care about names. We want to know how you got through it. Like, I want to know how you found out. Like, that's my thing. Like, what's up? Like, you caught, like, was you looking through the phone? Like, were you there? Like, what happened?
Did you walk in the room?
Did you show up?
Wow. If that ever happened to me, like, okay.
Let me come home.
Anyways.
And you home with it.
Oh. What? Everybody going down.
I'm setting the place You stay right here. I'll be right back.
Actually, no, I'm not. Light the whole place up. No, anyway. We want to hear your stories. Your cheating stories.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine?
No. But thanks for tuning in, guys. This was episode 2. Please stay tuned. Of course, we're going to have another episode. So make sure to take some time out through the week and catch Real and Refined.
Yes, and we'll be posting a lot on our Instagram page, so you can keep up with us while you wait.
See you next time.
Next time, y'all.